Hello folks, this is Steve AB4L. You know that nothing in this episode is a promotion nor is it a recommendation. I've been patiently waiting. I was sure there would be another Turkish Delight. Now, there's a little variation and it tells us something about what's going on. Now, one of the things I did was I went back through the videos I posted on the playlist Turkish Delight, and I wrote down the actual channels so I wouldn't repeat anything. So just a short while ago, when I opened my browser on this machine to the YouTube home page, I'm not logged in, to see what selection of offerings they gave me. And right here, there's one right there from 6 hours ago called Divine Justice. There's this one in the upper right-hand corner. Well, we've seen that one. So I just started scrolling down. It's getting harder to find them. Some of them look like they might, and you can check them. But we're looking for a particular type. Now there's actually one on that line, but we'll get back to it. And here's one about making matzah for Passover in the Ukraine. And like this one here, Red Effect, but that has been that kind of channel from the beginning. And, oh, look, there's Baron Global. Well, we already know that one because we found that one and we checked it out. So the pickings are kind of thin. The one we're interested in is this one, Voice of Earth. There's a certain similarity to the splash photo at the top. And they've got some kind of shield here. We are the voice of Earth. Now, you see here, featured Divine Justice. That's another one I found already. So you can subscribe to Voice of Earth, which I hadn't found yet, or no, look how they featured it. You can subscribe directly to Divine Justice. Do you think there's a connection? So to check it, what you do is you click on videos. Now you see it follows the pattern. The headline, the breaking, and what you do is, well, let me show you. Let me go back. Let's say we go to Divine Justice.
Welcome to Divine Justice.
Okay. Now you click on the Videos tab. And if the channel has enough videos and is old enough, a feature of YouTube is they start by showing you the latest videos. Collection is the latest videos. Or you can click on the Popular tab, or you can click on the oldest. And when you click on the oldest, right away, see, before I would scroll down, but I was being stupid. All you have to do is click on the oldest, and it shows you the very beginning, 5 years ago, and you can see it's got nothing to do with Divine Justice. All right? But now we're going to see a slight variation. So here's Voice of Earth, and we click on Videos, but it violates the rule I just told you. There is no latest, popular, oldest. They don't have those buttons there. Why? because this just started 2 days ago. Or at least the only videos that are on here are, the oldest ones are 2 days old. Now this is interesting. Does this violate what I just said? Oh, look at this. Does this violate what I just said? This is the first time I'm looking at this detail. Voice of Earth 3 weeks ago.
Bienvenido.
Did you hear that? It's in Spanish. And I can tell just by looking at it that this is for Spanish speaking. The video is still there. The video is still there, but it's on a different channel. Look. Voice of Earth 3 weeks ago. Maybe that means Voice of Earth posted it 3 weeks ago. I'm trying to figure it out. And it's posting Spanish language. Maybe that's the explanation. Oh, but wait a minute. We know this is related to the very first one I found called @thejournalist41 because the actual name of the channel, the handle, is Voice of Earth. No, wait a minute. They misspelled it. VOICEOFEARH 41. That makes me wonder. Now I'm going to put in a T. That didn't work. Then I'll just take the 41 off. And Voice of Earth is Scientific Sounds. So there's another Voice of Earth .earth. That's a website. And there's one here called Voice of Earth that I've been to called El Periodista. And that's the one we're interested in, but it was listed with a Spanish title. You following? And the videos that were listed under community go back 3 weeks, and they're under, oh, wait a minute. Well, I wasn't looking close enough. Oh, I'm learning as I go. Reportes, maybe I found two, especial.
Bienvenido a Reportes Especiales.
Now, wait a minute, let's look at this symbol right here. Where have we seen that before? We've seen that before. We've seen this one before. We've seen this one or something very similar to it. Now, it says it has 101K. I just discovered this. We are the reporters of the first line. That's what the Spanish says. 187 videos, 2021 December. It's in Spanish on our channel. We create the primary retrospective about the conflict between Russia and Ukraine. And then it mentions Turkey, Francia, something Unido, China, Estados Unidos, and Israel. Oh, this is very similar to like the very first one, the Journalist 41, mentioning basically those 6 countries. But it's in Spanish. So if we look at the videos, it has latest, popular, oldest, and why? Because it has some history, unlike the one I started with, a discovery just a few minutes ago. So if we click on the oldest, what are we going to see? I don't know. Oh, this is interesting. They started this one to talk about the Ukraine war. It's not Turkish Delight, but it follows the format, but it's not what I call a takeover or switchover channel. It really was oriented from the beginning to talk about, and they keep showing this guy here, so it's the same people making up the thumbnails, but it's in Spanish. No, it's not in Portuguese. If it was in Portuguese, I would know it immediately, because of the diacritical marks that are used in Portuguese that aren't used all that much in Spanish. So there's a Voice of Earth points to that channel, but when you go to their videos, which follow the format, they're in English, these channels have reused that particular thumbnail over and over again. Aren't they stealing from each other? Are you supposed to, can you do that? That one where the Israeli soldier is crouching down and the Hamas guy is supposedly in a wormhole and there's an arrow pointing at him. That's been used over and over again. And the red arrow pointing to the flags has been used in the other channels of this group. 4 hours, 9 hours, 1 day, 1 day, 2 days, 2 days, trying to amplify the current stage. And what kind of news is it? Brutal end to Hamas chief. Hamas top generals caught unprepared. Naha brigade finally makes Hamas talk. It sounds like they're announcing the end of the war. So they want another voice, and they ran out of Turkish Delights, and they had to actually create a channel. You can do that. That's easy. All you do is you just sign up. YouTube doesn't ask you any questions. You just sign up. You have a Gmail account. You just sign up. United States, May 5th, 2020. You mean it was waiting? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Voice of Earth, videos, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 visible videos. Now we get to the about. On our channel, we produce content in the style of a review report. This is exactly the same wording as some of the others. Exactly. Oh, no, I'm sorry. In the other ones, they said hexagon. In this one, they say octagon. It's 8 instead of 6. They've expanded. But wait a minute. It says there's 383 videos. It's right here. It says there's 383 videos, but I only see 6. So what do they do with the rest of them? Oh, you know what it is? Oh, you know what it is? They've spotted what I'm doing. I'll bet that. See, the wording up here is this part, except that they now say octagon instead of hexagon, is exactly the same. They had 267,000 subscribers. They had 383 videos. But today, they've only got 6. And they see that I'm sniffing around to what they're doing. So what they did was, these were Turkish Delight. This is my theory, my conjecture. These were Turkish Delight. And they've seen how I'm kind of laughing at it. So they went in and they made all of those 377 previous videos private. I'll bet they're still there. I'll bet they didn't delete them. They just went in and made them private because this was the latest Turkish Delight of some kind that got switched over to emphasizing the crescendo of the campaign. Excuse me for going on and on. I'm thinking out loud. And they are the same people essentially as all of the other ones. And they're the same people as these guys here in Spanish that are using this that is in English, Divine Justice, Special Reports. The symbol is in English, but the channel is in Spanish. They just can't keep up with all the details. Steve A. before you. Just having fun. I let my mind wander as I watch the offerings from the YouTube home channel, and then I brainstorm them a little bit, thinking out loud, and then I make a conjecture or a prediction or whatever. Saying see you at 73.